And then he has actual charges of Raffic, and then the other two. And because
Interesting.
it's 2 girls, it's 2 counts of Raffic, and then 2 counts of living off of earnings, and then 2 counts of facilitating it. Or no, it was 1 count of living because one of the
So
girls didn't actually do anything, but still.
so wow.
Yeah.
So he's just trying. Yeah, of course he's going to try to pin it all on the girl, the woman, and say, "Well, I was just a little kid. I didn't know what was going on."
She doesn't even have any formal charges though at all. Like,
yeah,
the only reason that like the authorities know that she like has been, a candy baby in the past is because she told them. She was like I'm just helping them like make money how I used to. It was like, whatever. It was Pilly who was telling these girls like all this crazy stuff, like, on her phone too. He would take their phones, the girls, all of them. He would take their phone, text Jeppy, text whoever, delete it, and then give their phone back. And then they don't know that that stuff went on their phone. Like,
yeah, that's crazy. So did he? So what exactly did he? Because I don't know the full story. So he took them to California. Were they? So before California, they were just in Texas. Is that where they were?
So one of the girls lives in LA. The other one lives in Utah, I believe, something like that. They're not. They don't live in LA. They'll.
So these were just people they found online.
Yeah, and he was just one of them was his ex-girlfriends, and so like they just knew him through social media and stuff. And he was, he they sell the dream. Oh, I'll help you make money. I'll help you make money. It's easy. Da da da.
So they wanted to do FO.
They wanted to make money, but not as doing as extensive stuff as they were doing.
Yeah.
Right. So like, they knew they were going out there to make money, but not doing such vulgar acts.
So was most of it FO or was it?
Kind of. I don't know. I probably was 50-50. They probably were making, content of all of it, but I think it was mainly just cash.
So it was completely FO until they went to LA. And then I got maybe 4 videos of content.
And then it was just cash.
He was there, and then it just turned into whatever it turned into.
Jeez.
Yeah.
And so you didn't see any of that money when it turned into that? There was just no more of this, like.
No.
So did y'all?
He stopped paying Jeppy because Jeppy realized what they were doing out there, and he was like, "Yo, like this is wrong a little bit." And he was telling the girls to go home, and then Pilly was like, "Oh, I don't like that." So he fired Jeppy and then hired some other guy.
He fired me before the girls even made it out there.
Yeah.
Dang.
And so with me, I was like, okay, well, you're not going to give me my money back. I'm just going to sue you. So I started doing a bunch of deep diving, figuring out literally everything about him. And then my lawyer was like, this kid's not collectible. So I was like, rats. There's no point.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's why they do what they do, because they're not suable, because they have nothing to lose.
There's no trust fund. That's how I know there's no ties to anything. And I was on the phone with him too. This is so funny. Jeppy can literally verify. I was like, Pilly, I know you have no ties to anything. Dead silence on the phone for like 10 solid seconds. He was like, okay. And I was like, stop telling people that. Like, you're not only making yourself look not good, you're also going to get like your family hurt. Like,
yeah, you're also putting people in actual danger with your life.
Like, and he's still telling people that. And I'm like, oh my, like,
jeez.
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
The girl that went out to LA is actually in the chat.
Yes.
Oh, is she?
Yes, Mads is in the chat.
Nice.
Yeah, and they're signing them up for like private websites, and like that's like how they were finding the people,
Somebody asked, did the one from Utah get back home? Yes. And then he said, and did Michonne give her back that $2,000? No, he did not.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, so tell me about that. What's up with that?
That was crazy.
When the girls got back to California, I had reached out and I was like, what do you guys want to do about this? They said they wanted to spread the word. They wanted the word about Pilly to get out, so he didn't do this to any other girls. So I started reaching out. And
people equivalent to Pilly. Like, this happened, like, people like Pilly do this to people all the time. And, like, this.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they did that to the girls at the MILF house.
That was, like, the main thing. We want people to know, Yeah.
And so I reached out to a couple of influencers. Michonne happened to be the first one to get back to me. And I was like, can we do this tomorrow? It was like midnight. And so I was like, can we do this tomorrow? Blah, blah, blah. He's like, no, I only have time to talk right now. So we got on the phone and he was like, we can drag this on for weeks and weeks and weeks. He was like, I can teach you how to make money from it, blah, blah, blah. And then he was like, what can you offer me right now? And I was like, what do you mean? Like, if we're gonna make money from this, you're clearly gonna make money first.
Yeah,
And
what?
he
But
was like, well,
money wasn't like making money wasn't the goal. We were just trying to get
no.
repaid for what we got stolen from us. Like we're not trying
Yeah.
to get rich off this. We're trying to get like break even basically.
Yeah.
But we got on the phone, we were talking. He was like, I need $8,000. Or no, I need $3,000.
Wasn't it 5 at first?
I don't know. He said some
It
crazy
was
number, and
multiple
then
different numbers and we were like, "No."
I was like, yeah, like we cannot pay that. Like he just scammed us all out of all of this money. And he was like, well, I'll do it for $2,000 just for you. And so I told Mads, and she was
Sounds like you're at a fucking, like when you're in another country and they're like, for you.
Yeah, it's like when you're buying something at a tourist stand.
um, somebody said, before I go on, somebody said, Machone said Jeppy said he wanted to make money off this and has a screenshot.
Yeah, no,
Please
he doesn't
show
though,
the
because he
screenshot
literally because
it was never that.
Phoenix literally posted the screenshot. If you would have read the screenshot, that's not how it was happening.
But I texted Madison, not this one, Mads, and she was like, I don't care, like, I'll pay it. I just want to get on live, blah, blah, blah. And so I added her to the phone call. Mind you, and so her and Machone are sitting here talking.
Never a good time for a business plan.
Yeah, her and Machone were sitting here talking. I kept trying to get them to hang up because I could tell that she was out of it. And she's like trying to figure out how to pay him money. She sent him $2,000 on PayPal. And then
He like requested it from her twice. Like he was adamant he wanted to get this money basically, I think. He really wanted to get paid.
She sent him $2,000, and then he was like, I declined it. I sent it back, blah, blah, blah. And then he was like, try and send it through a different app. And so she tried to do it through Cash App. It didn't work. And so he was like, just send me your banking information, and I'll put it in my Cash App, and then I'll just withdraw it. And then she was trying to do that while I hopped on, because I had left the call. I'm pretty sure I called her Jasmine, which is the other model she was with. I told her to tell Madison to get off the phone because she wouldn't listen to me.
She said I got scammed so he could get bigger lips. I cannot. Okay.
And so I get back on the phone with Machone and Madison. She's screen sharing all of her card information and she's typing it in. So he has all this card information, and then he was like, well, just send me the card information. And I was like, no, send me the card information and I'll put it in my Cash App. She was already going to send him her card information. It didn't work for me, and so I just sent it. And then he tried to make it seem like I was trying to scam her with him. I don't know.
He tried to flip it where Jeppy was like trying to make money off of us basically, but that's like not how it was happening. And like you can go look up the clip. Michonne hopped on the call immediately defensive. He was like banging on stuff like mad, like genuine anger because we told the truth about what he did.
So after that night, I realized that we weren't getting no live with Michonne. So Emma was like, why don't you reach out to Phoenix? Like, I bet she would do it for free, blah, blah, blah. I reached out to Phoenix. We got on call. We talked about it. I sent her all the screenshots of everything. We got on live. And we were sitting there talking. And then Machone gets
Michonne's on his own live first.
Yeah.
Talking about Jeppy. Saying like, oh, now he's not getting his money because now he did get his clout off of me, basically. And then so he hops into Phoenix's live, starts commenting mess.
And so she was like, do you guys want, and Mads was on live with us, and so she was like, do you guys want Machone? So she lets him join. The first thing he does is start like attacking me on some bullshit. And so at that point, I just crash out. I just start yelling at him. If you see the clip, it's wild. I crashed out.
Yeah.
But he was sitting there banging on stuff, saying that I'm working with Jonathan and that we're so smart and we're just playing all these people and blah, blah, blah. And this was our whole plan. Like that me, him, and Jonathan were all working together and this was our whole plan. And that nothing ever happened in Vegas or Los Angeles. And somebody was like, so you think it's okay to just make jokes about trafficking? And he was like, well, if there's no real victims, if there's no
Yeah, and then he
victims.
started saying like absolutely disgusting
And
stuff
then
about Maddie, like
he was like,
very vulgar.
tell Maddie to quit worrying about that $2,000 and worry about her being ran through. And so at that point, everybody started crashing out on him. He left.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Me and him both got banned. And then he goes on live the next day or something. He's like, well, they got their live, blah, blah, blah. They're not getting back their money. Saying that we got our live because he hopped on Phoenix's live for 15 seconds or so.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah, so that was the whole thing with him. I don't know what his issue is. But
like
And
just
so-
imagine asking a victim, hey, pay me and then I'll tell your story.
Yeah, that's
Weird.
wild.
That's crazy work, brother.
Yeah, that's crazy. I can't believe that was like so. Literally, Ruby, I call her Rudy. She was like, because I was like, if you want to tell your half, because she abused her son and I had interviewed him and she was like messaging me and I was like, if you want to tell your half of the story, you can come on and tell your half of the story. And she was like, well, how much do you pay? And I was like, not a fucking dime, bitch. I'm not paying you.
no.
Yeah, that's
I
crazy.
was like, what the hell? Like, no. I was like, you either want to tell your story or you don't. Yeah, that's wild. That is insane. Jesus. I mean, especially because so what Mads is the one that she actually was made to do things. So did she consent to doing these things or she just kind of got suckered into it or she was being forced?
I think so. She had.
I mean, that's something that she's gonna have to speak on. She's in the chat.
I mean, if she wants to, she can come up if she wants. You can request
Yeah, I don't want to
Mads.
speak for her because it didn't
Yeah,
happen
for
to
sure.
us, so
Yeah, that's 100% valid. You can bring her out. She asked me if she could go live with us.
Yeah, for sure. If she'll send her the request and
Adrian
I'll.
said,
she
was
can
there
come
a
up.
contract? Pilly admitted that all the contracts that he made were Chat GPT and they were fake. So that means
But-
I need ChatGPT is going to have to go away. It's helping a lot of criminals. I can't.
But admitting that the contract's fake, that means he owes us all everything, not half. Type, you know what I mean? Like he's just
That is
not the
true.
brightest.
That is true.
Wait,
Mads is in
where'd
here.
Peppy go?
Oh, there he is.
Wait, why am I up here? I forgot.
He asked.
She asked if it was like, were you forced or like was like, did you know, like, you know what I mean? Like basically like what happened?
Well, when I
Like, did you
flew
kind of get
down
suckered into it? You feel like
Yeah, basically, I guess. I don't know. When I flew down there, I didn't know what I was gonna have to do like that. And so when it like first started happening, I kind of told them I didn't want to do it anymore, and they kind of just made me. So I guess I would say they forced me to, but I did know what was going on. Like I knew what I was doing, but I didn't want to do it. So
you kind of felt like you had no choice, maybe. That was kind of leading. I don't mean for it to be leading, but I don't really know how else to say it. Like, it's almost like when, you know, you're at a guy's house or something and you feel like you really don't have a choice because they won't stop pressing the issue.
yeah, and Jonathan was like abusive, so he was crazy. If I didn't want to do something, he would get really mad. And sometimes I would like drink and he would get really mad at me for drinking, but I would have to. Like I couldn't do that sober. It was so bad. Like, it was scary, the things that he was making me do. Like I had to meet up with so many people every day.
Dang. How many people? I mean, if you're uncomfortable answering, you don't have to, but how many people a
I
day?
don't even know how many, but like there was like so many a day. And I was there for like 2 weeks in California.
I'm sorry. That's fucking. Are you like seeking therapy or anything?
I just kind of laugh about it, to be honest. Like,
That's a coping mechanism, but
not funny, but I've literally been laughing. Like,
it's not. But no, I get it. I do the same thing for traumatic things, but It's
But no,
you.
I don't think I need therapy. I don't know.
The nurse in me is telling you that you should probably seek therapy, obviously on your own terms and when you want to. But that's a lot. That's a hard thing to go to. And I still think at this point, since this is still pretty fresh, you probably are still blocking out a lot of